Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another fragrance review of a fairly new fragrance. I'm gonna pull up the notes real quick, but I will tell you this. It's an Armaf, and okay, well, first of all, let me just show it to you, and then we'll talk about everything else. From the House of Armaf, it's Armaf Tag Donna Di Terra. Now let's talk about what this is, and then we'll respray the opening because I'm actually wearing it. It's my scent of the day, which is why I decided to wear it. So I have Tag, the black bottle with the silver, the original Tag, and then Tag, I think it's like a special edition or something, the one that's like 1 million intense. And I like them both. I like the 1 million intense one more, the black with gold. But when I saw these bottles, I was like, I gotta try them. This one was supposed to be a clone of, it's called Peri Peri. This is supposed to be a clone of Chanel Peri Peri. I believe it's the exclusive line. I'm gonna pop a picture of it right here. I don't have the bottle. And it's not anything I would have ever tried based on like, I don't know, I never like was super into that line. Which, you know, that's, I really should probably try stuff before writing it off, but let's go ahead and talk about the information I found on this, because there's not a ton of information on this. Just so you know, this bottle, by the way, has like this really cool rose gold cap. The tag is like embossed in here, and it's like nice, and it comes out, and I really love the coloring of this bottle. And there's Armaf embossed on the back, and it's nice, and it's raised. Honestly, I like these bottles a lot more than the original Tag bottles, and the people that have seen this have really enjoyed it a lot more than the original Tag bottles. Like even the Armaf tag on the bottom is all raised. I don't know, it's just a nice bottle. And to be honest, out of all the bottles, the coloring of this one, my favorite. However, I was told that it was a clone of that, but then I watched a video somewhere else that it had more similarities to Terre d'Hermes. And I really love Terre d'Hermes. So I bought it, and I can confirm it does not have really any similarities to Terre d'Hermes. I have that one. I love that one. But this one, although I haven't smelled Peri Peri, once you smell the notes of this, it seems like it was pretty much an exact copy, which is crazy because like I didn't know that that was anything that anyone cared about. But let's talk about the notes of this one. You have notes of pink pepper, citrus, spicy notes, rose, and patchouli. Now the notes of Peri Peri, citrus, pink pepper, lemon, rose, and patchouli. So it's pretty much 1 for 1. Now what this is going to give you is, if you've smelled Tuxedo, it has a similar vibe, but has a slightly throwback feel, and it doesn't really have that vanillic sweetness. I'm going to spray it again. Okay, so it's got like a citrusy vibe, but you got the pink pepper, definitely patchouli and rose, and it is, to me, incredibly sexy. It's the scent you never know you needed. Again, definitely like a little bit of a throwback. I'm gonna do the opening real quick. I'll keep the dry down on. Actually, the dry down we'll use the left hand, and then the opening we'll use the right. Okay. Now this magnet, oh, that's so like, it's like such a rosy patchouli like burst, but you get a little bit of those citruses too. This is magnetic, by the way. So I bought like 3 out of the 4 flankers, and this is the best magnet out of all of them. And again, I think this is the best coloring out of all of them. So anyway, I think it's really nice. And then the citruses and the pink pepper are very like loud upon the opening, but once it dries down, everything is very well blended. But in my opinion, yeah, it's definitely more mature fragrance, but it's so sexy. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it. This is a rose patchouli scent. It's not a very sweet one. It's got a little bit of that beautiful spiciness, specifically from the pink pepper. I love pink pepper in fragrance. I absolutely adore pink pepper in fragrance. So if you also love pink pepper in fragrance, you're probably really gonna like this one. Especially if you kind of like those patchouli heavy fragrances. I think a lot of times they do come with rose. I mean, often at least. This is one that's going to be really up your alley. I believe that the citruses are very prominent upon the opening, but as it dries down, they fade off and they blend into the other notes. This doesn't have a ton of notes, but the ones that it states are the ones you're going to smell. The rose and patchouli, very obviously. In my opinion, if you like tuxedo and you would be okay with something in that vein that isn't quite as sweet with that vanillic sweetness, you're gonna love this. I do enjoy the tuxedo vibe. This is maybe a little more seductive in my eyes. I don't know why, but I really, really like it. And here's the cool thing. I had a friend over, a fragrance community friend, shout out to Tammy Lex Fragrances. She's pretty big on fragrance, big frag head herself. And I let her smell this without knowing what it was. And she's like, oh my God, this is so good. And I was like, I just knew you're gonna love this. And she like ended up wearing it out because it was that good. And I have a lot of fragrances. So for anyone to make a choice of something, must be a really good fragrance. It's that good. It's really hard to dislike this fragrance, especially if you prefer something maybe a little bit more mature. So let's go ahead and get into the performance so then we can talk about who can wear it. Performance, well over a workday. I think it's pretty loud in the first hour and a half to 2 hours, but after that you get a gorgeous sillage trail and you're gonna have it on skin for over 10 hours. At least on me, it's lasted a pretty long time every single time I've worn it. In terms of who can wear it, absolutely anyone. Yeah, it says Donna Di Terra, so that suggests it's for a woman, but this vibe, I think it's unisex, and I think it just takes somebody with like a bold confidence to rock it, and someone who has boss vibes, absolutely boss vibes. Like this is not for someone who's a wallflower at all. This is like a bold statement fragrance. And so I wore this today, I went wine tasting. I think like this has been very obvious. I live in an area that's pretty much what we have out here, but I like it. It's like nice, it's quiet out here. It's a little slower versus the city, because I'm not a really city life person anymore. I wore it out there and it felt like the appropriate thing. I wore it with this sweater and kind of like a fall colored Nike. Yeah, I'm a big Nike fan. I'm kind of a little bit of a sneakerhead, but it felt like the right fragrance for my outfit. And it felt like the right fragrance for that environment. So for me, this is something you're gonna wear when you're trying to make a statement. You would probably wear it fall through spring, maybe not so much a summer fragrance, but honestly in the evening, I think it would be fine, or indoors it would be fine. Not so much in the high heat. I think it'd be maybe a little cloying for the high heat, but it's a really sexy fragrance. I mean, I think anyone could rock it. I do think it is a little bit more mature. If you were looking for something a little more youthful, a little more jovial, this probably isn't the way to go. But if you are looking for something a little bit more mature and a little bit more seductive, this is absolutely what I would rock. Again, fall through spring, pretty versatile, day or night, specifically in fall through spring. Really boss, really sexy. And I feel like the price point of this is maybe the selling point. Although I will also say this, I don't think it's good for its price. I think it's just good because it smells incredible, and I think that the quality of Armaf has come up drastically since I started, even just since I started reviewing in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Armaf was good then, and I really enjoyed what I picked up, but it has gotten better and better and better. Like the opening of this is so delicious to me. It's so sexy. Anyway, this is under $30, and for me, like that is like the cherry on top. This is a really easy pickup. Again, if you like tuxedo and you want something maybe a little bit more, sure because you're okay with losing that vanillic sweetness, this would be up your alley. Again, slight throwback vibes, but if you like pink pepper, big fan of patchouli and rose, you're gonna love this. I personally have, and it's just been really nice to wear. If you have tried this, comment down below, let us know what you think. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!